You might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the U.S. Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world, you are watching NowMedia Television.
Hey, welcome to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager, and I'm excited about this show today. I'm telling you things you're going to learn. We are actually going to learn that chickens don't go meow. We're going to learn a little bit about some financial software and what can happen. We're going to learn a little bit about consulting and what it's like, and I don't know, you may actually get to learn a little bit about why you shouldn't fish with hot dogs. But that's what it's about. You know, as business, we want to go out there, we got to learn. And as business owners, we need to be constantly learning. That's what it's about. Our job is to lead the business we're in. It's to take the people that work for us and help take them to the next level while we take our customers to the next level as well. That's what it's all about. That's what's so important. And that's why here on Biz Talk TV, we want to bring you the best people to help you really learn how to grow your business. So make sure you stay with us today. We're going to learn a lot of great things, and don't go away. I'm Michael Rager, your business guide, here on NowMedia Television and Biz Talk TV. We'll be back with more right after this.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? Llame ya.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. And it's time we're going to invite back our good friend from Montana, Jake Linville. Jake, how are you today?
Good, how are you, Michael?
Oh, man, it's doing great, doing great. I know we were talking a little bit, fall's starting to hit everywhere. You're starting to get some leaf changes up there in Montana?
Yeah, definitely. I live in a street that has a different tree on at every house, so it's really pretty.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Awesome. So let's get into it. We're going to talk a little bit about record keeping and financial reporting today. So let's talk about, accounting software. There's a lot of them out there. And as a small business owner, how should I look at, what accounting software I should be looking at?
So I think our first meeting, we talked about what we should use. And, if you're a small business, you're likely going to use QuickBooks, but it seems that Xero is taking over the market. And as you grow from, small to medium and medium to large, you can look at, cloud-based systems such as Sage Intacct or NetSuite. But I do want to talk about what not to get, because a lot of people don't think about what I shouldn't get. So I recommend that you don't get anything that's not cloud-based. 2, don't touch Microsoft Great Plains Dynamics with a 10-foot pole. That thing is absolute garbage. And I'm dealing with it right now with a client that's using it, and it is just so cumbersome and requires so much work, and it's just so clunky. It was made before. It was good for its time, but it's well past. So, QuickBooks is good, but 100% focus on making sure that you have a cloud-based system. If you don't use QuickBooks or Xero, there are a lot of good alternatives out there that are competing in the market, but make sure it's cloud-based.
Yeah, the cloud-based things now is getting to be really important, because I know a lot of us business owners, we don't back up everything the way we should. I've got a backup system on my computer that automatically backs it up. But the financials, we got to make sure, especially because of the legal requirements, right? How long do we need to keep this stuff for?
So that gets asked to me quite a bit. So the general rule of thumb is 7 years.
Okay.
But if you really want to get into the details, which I won't do here, there's like, if you do this or if you did that. So like, for example, if you've never filed your tax return, you got to keep it forever. And the IRS, it was funny, I was reading it again this morning. They say, if you committed fraud, you've got to keep all of your tax return information forever. So 7 years is the general rule. After that, I would get rid of it. But the key piece in record retention isn't only the time period, but it's the format. So I would recommend that you move away from physical-based paper, because it just clutters up your office. And then you've got to, after you run out of room in your office, you've got to go and rent a storage unit. And then you got to go pay that storage unit to hold it for 5-6 years. And it just is very costly. There are a lot of really good systems online. I personally use one called Tresorit, Tresorit. They're fantastic. There are a lot of other ones out there, but that one has a lot of security around it. And also, what I personally do is I back up my computer as well. I use Backblaze for that, so that's backblaze.com. I don't get any money for endorsing these guys. They're just really good at what they do. So 7 years, and make sure that you don't keep it in paper, because one, it can catch on fire. Once your place burns down, if it ever does, it's gone forever. But you want to make sure that you've got it in the cloud and backed up, at least in 2 places.
Yeah, I know that's really important. I remember when I first moved to Houston, a lady I was dating, she lost all of her stuff in a flood. The first floor flooded, and back in about 2000, everything was gone, and she actually got audited that year, and it made for some interesting things. So how often should we be looking at this stuff and making sure it's still good? Because I know myself, I'm like awful at taking pictures of my receipts and uploading them the way my bookkeeper wants me to. What are some cheats and ways that we can get around this to get ourselves to do this, to make sure it's simple when it comes tax time?
So A lot of accountants will say that QuickBooks isn't that great, but one thing that QuickBooks does have, the QuickBooks Online version is, and I use it every day because my business is a small business, is you can just take a quick picture of your receipt and it will automatically upload, or you can set up an email address that you can just forward any emails that you get, and it will automatically log it in there, and it will be a flag for yourself or your bookkeeper to make sure that they account for that. And so, and another one that I'm a really big fan of is Brex.com. So Brex they started out in the expense, management space, but they're branching out into a little bit more than that, but they're actually dominating and taking over Concur, which has been a staple from SAP for years. They automate, so when you have a transaction with Brex, 9 times out of 10, the receipt gets auto created for you. So you don't even have to take a picture of it. You don't have to upload it. So I would recommend you go with Brex, honestly.
So is there a certain size of company when I should be looking at, updating my software and technology? Is there, when I'm below $1 million, I should look at here. When I get $1 million, are there any, simple things like that to say, hey, I've reached this point, I need to change?
Well, dollar amounts are a good measure, but from my perspective, it would be the number of transactions. So if you're selling something that's only $15 and you have $1 million in $15 transactions in sales, you need to look at a better system than QuickBooks or Xero. You need to move into a NetSuite or a Sage Intacct or something more robust. But if you're $1 million business and you've got 20 transactions in a year, you can stay on the smaller software for a little bit longer. It's not necessarily about the dollars, it's about the number of transactions.
So with those number of transactions, or I take if you're selling that $15 widget, not to make $1 million, will a lot of that be automated and just using a system like NetSuite? They can just take that automated stuff and just book it for you. It just makes it a lot easier. You don't even have to think about it.
You can have it set up so depending on if you are the manufacturer or if you're just buying and reselling. Like for example, if you are the manufacturer and you are building $15 widgets and you are selling $1 million or more, you'll want to move to a NetSuite for sure, or a Sage Intacct, because you can build all of the cost of sales, and you can build in triggers for when this piece of the process gets finished. It gets booked into the cost of the product, then it'll get put onto your balance sheet and expense as it gets sold, because it's smart enough to know where it is in the process and what it is, and it has a tag and all that. If you're doing that, I would definitely get away from the smaller systems. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. I think that really gets there, because I think it's just we get more complex as we go. Like you just said, the more transactions we have, the more complex it gets, and it's really the point we got to make it easier for us, because nobody wants to be manually entering this many transactions a year. I still have clients right now that are still using ledgers. I'm telling you, it's hard to get them away. It's hard to teach old dogs new tricks, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I even meet clients that are using Microsoft Excel. So back into what you shouldn't do. Don't use Microsoft Excel for your general ledger and your accounting system. I mean, it's great for what it is, but definitely don't use Excel. If you really like those handwritten ledgers, great. But you're going to be paying your CPA or your, somebody to file your tax returns. You're going to be paying them a lot of money to make sure that the numbers add up correctly and getting them filed correctly.
Yeah, exactly. So Jake, if people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
You can go to streamlinedcpa.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube, all that fun stuff.
So that's awesome, Jake. Well, hey, I'm looking forward to next week and learning a little bit more. Thanks a lot for sharing sharing a lot about technology today, because that's something, as well as we start looking at taxes and stuff like that, we don't really want to think about. But the technology is there to make our life simpler, and it really helps if you use the right stuff, right?
Exactly. If you have a good system and you keep it up to date, filing your taxes is a lot easier.
Well, awesome, Jake. Thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing you next week. This is Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV on NowMedia Television. We'll be back with more right after this.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? Llame ya.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. And this time, I got somebody in studio, David Mossberg. David, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Michael?
Oh, man, it's unbelievable. I'm going to Mexico next week, so I'm happy. I'm going to go out there and meet with my partner from Australia, have a couple bourbons and cigars. It's going to be a good week.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
All right, man. So we both kind of work with businesses. We got kind of, consult, coach with them. What are some of the challenges that you see with most businesses when you first sit down with them?
I think, Michael, that's a really good question. So before we even start engaging with them, we do a discovery call. Discovery is not kind of a new terminology, but I really like the thought process, and we dig into discovery. We want to know a couple things about them, and this is where we start that challenge search. We're looking for what's keeping them from excelling in their business. So we're trying to figure out the natural barriers that they have within themselves. And so we try and uncover that really early in the relationship. But the biggest challenge is making sure that they stay focused. I think that as we start to create action plans, and what we try and do is leave every meeting with 1 or 2 things to accomplish. Not 10 things to accomplish, not 20 things to accomplish, 1 thing to accomplish this week, so we can move past that. When we hit a barrier on that one thing, what we've realized is we're trying to go against the person's nature. If they're not natured to do bookkeeping and they're supposed to do something with the books that week, we revisit that the next week. What was the barrier? Things happen, life happens. So if it wasn't a life happens issue, we then go back, Michael, and then we say, okay, we start to uncover the fact that they're just not going to do that. So what we do is we say, okay, who are we going to assign that to? Is there someone on staff that can be trained to do that? Do we want to outsource at this point? What do we want to do to get past that so we can get on to the next action item and then the next action item?
Yeah, one of the things I've found is before focus is clarity.
Yeah.
Is really where am I going and why am I going? And then honestly understanding really where I am. Because how often you sit down with a business owner, you sit and talk with them, because I know you look at their books too, sure. And they think they're here, and they ain't nowhere near there.
That's right.
How often does that happen?
You know, I think it's probably a 50-50 question, right? I think by the time we get people, they know they want to get to try and figure out how to get to their goal. But like you said, a lot of times they come and their goal is a little bit, it's either not specific, or it's really, like you said, not clear, right? You mentioned clarity. So one of the things we do is try and go back, help them to define what that goal is. Then we can go back and create action items that go with that goal, and then revisit what triggers are going to say, hey, we're never going to accomplish that goal, or we need to go ahead and increase the goal. We achieved it sooner than we thought, or right on time, but keep going from there. So clarity is extremely important.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I look at, and I used to get frustrated when these guys come in there, and I get when the good to great thing was coming out, everybody's talking about BHAGs and all this. And I'm just like, man, I don't want you focusing 10 years down the road. You can't see it. It's such in my view, I look at it such a mess. Let's get focused on 3 years. I can really focus on 3 because I was taught that most people overestimate what they can do in 1, but really underestimate what they can do in 3.
Absolutely.
So when you're sitting there helping people plan and you're looking, how far off do you like to help them plan, and what do you look at with your companies?
That's such a great question, because one of the things that I started to do in the last year, 2023, I started the philosophy of, instead of going with people and visiting on their 1, 3, 5, 10-year goals, I said, let's re-engineer goal setting. We don't put timelines at all to it. We put action to it. So my bride and I just recently started talking about the fact that we wanted to buy a vacation home. And instead of saying, okay, in 3 to 5 years we want to do this, I said, well, how much does that home cost? How much more do I need to do, or what do I need to earn in order to be able to get to the threshold where we can go ahead and make the purchase? And what do we need to do as a team to be able to get there? You know, what kind of time do I need accessible to me? How will we communicate on the goal? And then I took that right into businesses and started to say, hey, instead of going, okay, where do we want to be in 3 years? Let's say, where do we want to be? Period. What's our goal? So if our goal is to increase revenue by $500,000, then we start making action items that don't strictly set us to a timeline. So like you said, we can start to accomplish a lot more. I think it was, I read an article that Elon Musk was in, and it said something like, everyone should set their 10-year goals to a 1-year timeline. That way, if they get 50% of their goal, they've achieved 5 times what they would have achieved if they set a 10-year goal. Yeah,
I see it. I see it as well, and I think a lot of people, especially that clarity side, they have a hard time focusing. You said focus is a big thing, because business owners, we get pulled off the minutia. We start doing the BS and stuff that we don't need to be doing, and as consultants and coaches and who we are, it's our job to bring them back. Because 9 times out of 10. I got one right now, and I'm like, hey, you got to put on the blinders. You're like the horse in the Kentucky Derby. You're seeing so many things. I've got an attention span of a gnat, and so does she. So how do you look at that, and how do you help your clients, stay focused? You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, again, we focus on the goals. One of the other things I like to do is I really like tangible things, right? And so one of the places that I have them make a list, so we'll write down the goal, we'll write down what we're trying to accomplish for the week, literally on a Post-it note, and then we'll make a few of them. The first place it is on their mirror where they get ready in the morning. This is what I got to do today. Another place is around their debit or credit card that they're carrying around in their wallet. So every time they pull it out, oh, did I accomplish that today? Or this week, or whatever it is. And then I also tell them to get one accountability partner, like a spouse, like a good business person, like a good friend that's actually going to tell them the truth. And then I tell them, make sure that they're calling you once a week or twice a week. Then, of course, we have the world of automations, right? So we have the ability to go ahead and set something up that automatically will send you a text and say, hey, Michael, you said you were going to eat better this week. How you doing? Sorry to bring up that before you make
thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, it's one of the things that I'm telling you, my trainer was telling me the same thing. I got a trainer now because I decided I want to be slimmer. I was going to try to get my bikini body before I got there,
All
but
right,
it started
man.
way too late, man. It started way too late. So some of the things I've been seeing you do, recently since we connected a few weeks ago, is I've been, seeing you. You've been doing panel discussions, you've been doing live interviews. How does that help you, drive business to your business?
It's a great question. What I've done is really dedicated that time to just giving back to the community. So I'm not trying to drive business through those activities, although, of course, naturally people come up to me after an event like yesterday. I had a couple of great folks stop by. Hey, can we talk? Can we engage? And oftentimes it just happens naturally.
Right.
And so what we typically do is we hit a pain point.
Right.
In our discussion yesterday, we talked to a bunch of real estate agents, and it was a great conversation. And one of the things that we specifically spoke about was making sure in real estate that you're treating, most agents don't treat their activities as a business.
No, they
right?
don't.
In the world of real estate, they have 2 or 3 metrics. Top line, number of transactions, number of sales, total number of sales per transaction, right? That's it. They don't look at the bottom line at all. And so I hit a point with a lot of them because they're running hard, they're highly successful, they're selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of real estate every month, but they're not bringing the money home. They're not seeing the benefits. And so we talked about that and how we keep track of that. As soon as I hit that, all of a sudden people started walking up to me going, can you help me do that? Can you help me track that?
Yeah.
And so it was a great conversation, and that's how it leads people to my business.
Yeah, I know. I saw that I was out, and I met a guy that owned a small real estate firm a few years ago, and he's like, man, we go to all these things, and they got us running, hundreds of phone calls in this, and he goes, it's killing me.
Yeah.
It's burning me out. It's like, well, yeah, I know you guys got to step back. You can't do this.
Right.
You can't push like that hard all the time. Even the great ones take a rest. LeBron James sits out and he takes a drink of water and he gets back in there and gets going when they're playing hoops. I know you're a hockey guy. And, me too. And I grew up in Michigan, so I'm a big Red Wings fan. So tell me a little bit about, we're coming into Q4 right now. We're just into it. We dipped our toe. What are you doing in your business to make sure that you're going to be successful and close out this year strong?
Fortunately for us, we're already closed out the year. I typically tell people if by the end of the third quarter you haven't closed out your year, you've got a lot of work to do because you should be planning the beginning of your next year already. And so the things that we do is we do a little housekeeping this time of the year. We kind of go back our last our second to last tax deadline, our big tax deadline just happened. We have another one coming up in November. But what we really focus on is, okay, let's do some evaluations. How are we doing as a team? Who on our team is the highest, most successful person? Who is the lowest? Who do we need to spend some time working with? We really do a lot of mirror testing as well. Have we achieved the goals that we set out to achieve, whether it was a timeline driven or not? What are we doing to serve our customers better? And how do we turn it up a notch?
Okay.
I just recently reread a book that I really like called Unreasonable Hospitality.
Okay.
And the book is really talking about constantly looking for a way to make it a little bit better as they were going through their journey to become from a 2-star restaurant to a 4-star restaurant in New York City, which is not easy to do.
No.
Right? And so every year they were kind of coming up with 1 or 2 more things that they could do better, more proficient. We look at our clients as a whole as well and see who is becoming successful and what are they doing differently than the people who were, again, finding that are losing focus more frequently or things that are just not really gaining traction. And so we go back and we say, how can we do better for that person?
Right. So, David, we got about 25 seconds left. How do people get a hold of you?
People can get a hold of us by going to thepocketprotectors.com or just email me at david@thepocketprotectors.com.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure. Enjoyed having you on today.
Thanks.
Looking forward to seeing you more on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
You're out there with my friend Taylor, David Smith. Know them both well.
Oh, yeah, great.
So it's great people, and keep doing the work. Keep giving it back.
Thank you so much.
All right. This is Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV, NowMedia Television. We'll be back with more right after this.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? Llame ya.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success. Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager, and we got a new guest with us today, a new author of the book, Chickens Don't Go Meow, Julia Davis. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I am unbelievable. So, all right, I got to know, what is Chickens Don't Go Meow?
Chickens Don't Go Meow is a children's book for ages 4 to 8, and it is based on our true story of me moving into this house in Birmingham, Alabama, and finding a cat living in a chicken coop in my backyard. And it went really viral on TikTok, and things kind of spiraled from there. And here we are a year and a half after that, and we're still telling the story of the cat that came in the chicken coop. And that is the story of Chickens Don't Go Meow.
So what can you, without giving away, what can you tell us about this story and what kind of cool lessons we're going to learn?
I have a lot of cats. Whatever that noise was none of my business. So the things that people might learn from this story is, I mean, they could see it on our TikTok. Everything that is told in the story is a true story of everything that played out in real time on social media. Some people described it as watching a TV series because every day there was something new and they got to watch a transformation of an abandoned cat become healthy and loved. And then there was another abandoned cat that showed up and became healthy and loved. And that is beautifully captured in this children's book with our incredible illustrator, Erica Lee. She brought our story to life. My co-author, Susana Iguera Martinez, she helped me write the story, and everything that is in this book is 100% true.
Well, that's awesome. So why was it important to you to make this book bilingual?
It was important for me for this book to be bilingual because I'm actually half Hispanic. My mom's family is from Argentina, but I do not speak Spanish. My mom was the youngest, and at the time there was this idea that if you come here, you should learn English and not really speak too much Spanish. So I actually don't speak Spanish, and it's something that I wish that I did. I wish that was a skill that I did have because it really is an incredible skill and a gift to be bilingual. And when I had the idea to write a children's book, I was actually contacted by Susana, who is a bilingual children's book author. And all the stars aligned, and I was like, maybe we could actually write a bilingual children's book. This is something that I would have wanted when I was a child, and it opens up a door to a whole new community of people who will be able to enjoy this story.
Well, what are you going to hope that people take away from this book? It sounds like a very interesting concept. You help two kitties here.
I would hope that people take away that there is a positive side to social media. Social media can and often is a very negative space, and things that are not the prettiest about life become really popular on social media, kind of for the not best of reasons. But this story is a true story of how strangers on the internet came together via social media to make the life of an abandoned cat a lot better. And in turn, it made my life better. And then we get to help other people make their lives better. And that's all possible because of social media. And that's what I want people to take away, is that there are good sides of social media. They do exist. And some of them happen to exist on TikTok.
So, all right. So now you came about, you wrote this book, now you're a business owner. What have you learned about running a business and becoming an author and actually making money from this thing?
So I have actually run a couple of small businesses in the past, so I wasn't entirely new to the small business world. However, writing a book was completely new to me. There were sides of writing a book that I did not know exist. For example, registering our book with the U.S. Copyright Division, that was something that would have not crossed my mind. There were things in our budget we had to set aside for things that would have never crossed my mind. But my co-author, Susana, is an award-winning children's book author. She has done this before. I have the story, she has the experience. So when we put our brains together, we were able to create a really awesome project. But I swear, every day I learned something new about publishing a book. It's not as simple as write a story, find a publisher, and send out a book. That's really 10% of what goes into publishing a book. And I'm really thankful that I've been able to learn a lot about what goes into publishing a book, because I feel like I'm a more well-rounded individual now than before I started this project.
Oh, that's awesome. So you said this thing really took off on social media. So tell us a little bit about how that actually started and how you started to actually get some momentum.
The very first video that started all of this was posted on May 31st of 2022. And I was sitting in my driveway here at the new house. I had not even moved in yet. And I had been to the house a few times and seen this white cat hanging out in a chicken coop. And I talked to the neighbors because he was so friendly, but he was not in good shape. And I thought, oh, he's got to be somebody's lost pet. Well, the neighbors confirmed that he was the cat of the previous tenant of this rental house. And when they moved, they just left him, and he had been pacing up and down the driveway waiting for them to come back. So at that point, I knew I had to take in this cat, and on a whim, truly no two thoughts about it, I made a TikTok video, and I said, I think my house came with a cat. And I showed Coop. His full name is Chicken Cooper, but we call him Coop, and he didn't have a name at the time. And I posted it on TikTok. It's been seen 17 million times, and we got almost 100,000 name suggestions for this scraggly white cat in the chicken coop. And if that wasn't exciting enough, 2 days later, a second abandoned cat showed up. And things just kind of kept spiraling from there, and I would post daily updates, and people fell in love with the cats that came in the chicken coop. And that's kind of where it all started.
So, okay, so you did this and you talked to somebody. What made you decide to say, hey, I'm going to write a children's book about this?
Very early on, outside making TikToks at the chicken coop, we started to get comments of how Disney-like this story that was playing out before us really was. A girl moves into a house and all these critters keep showing up, and it was almost kind of comical because I am chronically single and was like, oh, universe, you know, it'd be nice to have somebody to date, and more cats kept showing up. So everyone kind of pinned us the Snow White of abandoned cats and winners of the cat distribution system. And it was also a very wholesome story of people coming together for the better good of an animal that has been abandoned and left behind. And we got several comments of people saying this would be a really great children's book story or Pixar short or something like that. And I mentioned that in one video and probably got a dozen emails from people who were following me who were children's book authors. We're like, we should make this into a story. And one of them was Susanna, and we met via Zoom, and we've been working together ever since.
Well, that's awesome. Like one of your little pals, he just decided to hop up behind you, the little one with the white feet. Yes,
that's Finley.
All right, so changed your dating life now. Are you just the young cat lady, or?
Repeat that question. It kind of cut in and out for a second.
Oh, I said you said you were chronically single. So is this helped change your dating life, and now you're not just the young cat lady?
Honestly, I'm very content with where I am. I don't feel like anything is missing from my life at this point, with or without a partner. I have a lot of exciting things going on, and whenever I find someone who adds value to what we're doing and I can add value to what they're doing, then that's when I'll start dating. But in the meantime, I'm very content with doing what I'm doing and writing the book, helping as many animals as I can, and raising money for nonprofits. And whenever the right person comes along, we'll be here.
Cool. So what's next? What's going to happen after this? Where are we going to see Juliet go next?
In the short term, Julia's moving to a new house with all the critters. When I moved here, I had a full-time job in public relations at a university, so I had an office to go to. And now that I work as a self-employed content creator, I work and live in this home, and 900 square feet is just not enough for me and 5 animals. So our community actually helped us to raise money to move to a new house, a bigger house, where we can do more fostering and more donation drives. That's something that we like to do as a community. So that's the short term. I'm also going to be heading to Miami in 2 weeks for our in-person book launch for Chickens Don't Go Meow, Las Gallinas No Hacen Meow. And I'm very, very, very excited about that. I'll also be at Dog Fest in Miami on October the 29th.
Well, awesome. So if people want to go ahead and pick up this book, where do they go find it?
They can go to my website, coopkitty.com, and they can pre-order the books now.
So when is it coming out?
We will have books in hand at our event in Miami in 2 weeks.
All right, so
they
this
are
is going to be
on their way here from our producer.
All right, so it's that perfect Christmas present for the person who likes cats.
Absolutely, or even a person who likes a heartwarming story, or someone who wants a bilingual book. I think young kids who really who enjoy animals will love the beautiful illustrations, and people who are older, like kids who are older, will enjoy reading the story. And then the adults, the adults are going to love the fact that they will remember when these things happened in real time, in real life, that they saw on their phones or their tablets. So there's a little bit of something for everybody in the book.
Well, that's awesome. Let's give us one last thing. We got about a minute and a half left. What's the one thing that you really didn't expect to happen out of this happened?
Out of my TikTok journey or the book journey?
Either or.
I'll go with the TikTok journey. I am so sorry. Give me just a moment. I had no idea that so many amazing things could come out of finding a cat in a chicken coop in my backyard in Birmingham, Alabama from that, we've been able to raise and we gave away $30,000 last year to people and families and animals in need. And that was just in money. We gave away over $18,000 in supplies to animal shelters and to families in need. And I never would have thought that one silly little viral video would lead to being able to help people in a way that I've always wanted to, but haven't been able to, because I'm just one person. But our community came together, and what we've been able to do as a collective is just extraordinary. And that was all in the first year. I can only imagine what we'll be able to do in years to come.
Well, that's amazing. It's great. I'm glad I had a chance to meet you, Julia. I'm just an amazing little story. I'm glad to see what can happen. The social media being used for the good, that's what we need to see. And thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, thank you so much for talking to me, Michael.
All right, anytime. This is Michael Rager, your business guide, and we're here to let you know you can even search something from TikTok. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? ¡Llame ya!
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is your business coach and guide, Michael Rager, here on NowMedia Television. We're going to do something a little bit different to finish up this show today. I've been talking to other people all morning. You're going to hear a little bit from me about what I do and how I do things. We had David in here earlier. We're talking a little bit about focus and clarity. I'm going to tell you this. One of the big things I see going on in businesses right now, they have actually no clarity about where they're going. I mean, so much that I've actually put together a new program on it, but we're not going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about one of my featured lessons, and it's called Stop Fishing with Hot Dogs. And this is what it's about. It's about you business owners that are going out there and you're just trying to catch any darn client one of the ways to get yourself in trouble is just to fish for any client. So I did a video earlier. If you go to my website, there's me and my little boy. And this is a story about when I was growing up. I was past his age. I was 7 or 8 years old at that time. And I was a young man. I grew up in just outside of Detroit, Michigan. And my family got this nice new boat. And we're getting ready to go away for the weekend. And I told my mom, I said, hey, Mom, look, we got to go to Ray's Bait Shop. I need to pick up some worms because we're going to be gone there for a week. We need a couple dozen. I'm going to go catch some fish. Maybe I'll have some barbecue, throw some fish on the grill. All that stuff was going to happen. And she looked at me square in the eye and said, Michael, I got a new $30,000 boat. This again, remember, this is the 80s. You are not taking worms onto my nice white boat. And I said, Mom, but what am I going to do? I'm going to fish with hot dogs. Well, that's what business owners do. They go out and fish with hot dogs. Because my question to you is, did I catch fish? And the answer is yes, I did. You don't have to show that video because it's talking about the same thing I'm talking about right here. But it's did I catch fish? And I did. I didn't catch the fish I wanted to catch. I caught carp and I caught suckers and I caught bullheads and I caught a lot of things that, when I was growing up in Michigan, they called trash fish. And this is what happens with you in business. Business owners, when you go out and you fish with hot dogs, here's what's going to happen. You're going to go out and you're going to just go after anybody, and you're going to end up with trash clients. What happened is you had to learn what I did. About 10, 11 years old, I had the opportunity, we're from Michigan, and we would come with our little map, and I had to go up north. I went up north over here with my grandparents, a place called Ludington, Michigan, and I learned about salmon. And I learned about salmon fishing on the Great Lakes. And I'm like, man, I wanted to catch salmon. And these salmon, man, they are not eating hot dogs. They are doing some really cool things. You can see by this video, they get really exactly select on what these fish eat. And that gentleman, he was putting that bait down on something called a downrigger. And the reason he was doing that, he was putting that bait down on a downrigger, was the salmon live and they feed between 57 and 62 degree water. A little bit deep, I think at 57 to 68 degree water. And that water column, that water temperature moves up and down. So they got to be precise on where we're going to actually put our bait and do what we need to do. Now, you as a business owner, when you're going to go out and do marketing, you better be darn precise on where you are putting your bait. We talked to a lady today, and she was talking about TikTok. Very precise about what she did on TikTok. She went out, she did what she needed to do. My clients, they generally don't hang out on TikTok. Yeah, do I get followers? Sure I do. Do people see me there? Sure they do. But where do they see me most? They see me on Instagram. They see me on Facebook. They see me on LinkedIn. They see me in a little bit more professional setting versus that, because I got to get to them. Because if you're looking at my website like we got going here, I've got to hit the pain points. I've got to understand the pain points. If you can hold that there, right there, guys, that's the 3 pain points business owners have. They're not making money. They're missing out events. They're just working themselves to death. That's what they do. You can scroll down a little bit more. But this is where we get into the point we got to understand you need to know your fish to get you rich. So it doesn't matter who you're dealing with. Today we talked to David, and David said he just did this event with my good friend Taylor Wadehofer, and he talked to real estate agents. He's very specialized on who he was talking to, why he was talking to, the message he was talking to, and exactly what he was doing. He was not fishing with hot dogs. So here's the thing that we see happening with business owners out there. You're not focused. You don't know exactly where you need to go. And the reason you're not focused is because you're not clear. You're not really clear as to where you want to take your business. There's so many business owners, when I go out there and I ask them, say, good, what's the end of your business? And they don't know. They go, I just started. And Stephen Covey once said, you always have to begin with the end in mind. And that's where, as a business owner, we need to think about. We got to think about, what is the end of our business? What are we trying to accomplish? When you come with us, we got something called the Accelerator, Profit Accelerator. We go through this program to help you actually see where you are. We have our Clarity Compass. This gives you a detailed plan, and we have group and one-to-one coaching. You've got to get in there. You've got to get mentors who have been there. Don't just find somebody who bought a course. I'm telling you, if you're looking to run a successful business and really get there, you got to understand what's going on. Yes, there are some really good coaches that can help you get inside your head and get you some outside of your head when you're in that place. But when it comes to looking at the numbers and looking at the financials and looking at the operations, get people who have been there and they've done it. All right, there's a lot of us who have done it. There's a lot out there that haven't. And that's something that's very, very important. So when you're going out there looking for a coach or a consultant, find somebody who understands and has had success. You know, it's just being out there. It's, you know, I say here, you know, life's too short to not be fishing. That's what I love to do. That's where I like to go. I do everything that I do so I can go on great adventures with my friends. I'm going out with my great business partners. I'm going out with my son. I'm going out with everybody. You know, we get featured in magazines. All these things happen, and this is what it's about. So if you're out there and you really, really, really want to have some success, coming up here on the Business Health Check, hey, go in there and click that. Go in there and click that thing and get your Business Health Check. You know, let's make it happen. Get your free book. We got a whole bunch of stuff. These are the things that we're trying to do as business owners. There's 6 things you got to look at your business: strategy, sales and marketing, operations, systems, people, and finance. That's it. That's all that happens in your business. Let's go in and master them. So what do we got here? About another minute and a half, Gus? Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish up here in a minute. You can go off the website. So like as you tell, we're kind of a little bit, we're winging it a little bit today, but that's just okay. We just had some time to film. We wanted to make sure we gave you some really good information. When you go out and build your business, you have to be clear on exactly who you're going to serve, why you're going to serve them, how you're going to serve them, the problem you are going to solve, and how quickly you can help them solve that problem. I'm going to tell you, we talked about it, I think, last time with one of our new guys, and he came on and he said, hey, look, people come to me at the end of the year and they want me to solve that problem. Hey, the later you come to me in the end of the year, if you're in financial services, the more expensive it's going to be. An emergency means it's going to cost you more. So that's what it's all about. So I just want you guys to know that when you're watching the show here, all the advice that people are giving you is great. So if you want to work with us, we've got coaching service. We actually take people fishing. That's what it's about. We want to go fishing. We just took a group of business owners a couple weeks ago over to Venice, Louisiana, and that big tuna fish you're seeing there, that one was caught in Cabo San Lucas, but we caught several tuna fish that are almost that size. That's what it's all about. So I'm Michael Rager. I'm your business guide. NowMedia Television, we're here. We're here to give you the real advice to grow your business. Follow what the people are doing. Follow them on social media. Pick up the phone and call them, because the only reason we have them on this show is they can help you. So we'll see you next time here on NowMedia Television and Biz Talk TV.
This has been a NowMedia Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.